Hello, brothers and sisters. Michael, humble seeker of truth, for correcting yet another humble seeker mistake. I don't know how, but okay. So, if you watch the last video, it doesn't. I mean, it changes one thing about it. It doesn't change the gist of it and the most powerful stuff about it, tied to the woman and the child and her purification. Brother Jared brought up a good point. He tied Psalm 90, where the days are cut short, to the woman's purification. Is that how it will go down? Maybe. We'll know when we know. I think it pertains to the lost sheep, and I don't see it pertaining to the purification, because that's a strange thing for Father to cut short. He's not just cutting short days. He's cutting short purification that he established in the Word and then figured for the end. I don't think that's how it'll apply, but I don't know, and I like that it's not stuck in a box. Thank you, Jared, brother. So, mistake. This life and death thing we gotta take out of the equation. So I have a day counter. I just plug in 49 and 288 and I get to where it lands. As far as I know, I always check at least twice because I don't want to put an error out there, and yet sometimes it still happens. 288 days from 49 does not land on 2/2/22. It's actually, well, hold on. So I just realized, it seems like every time I make a mistake, the reality is always better than the mistake that I made. I think it's the case again, which I just saw. But first, let's clarify the mistake. It isn't 288 days. It's 299 days. Okay, from 4/9, April 9th, day of declaration, it's 299 days to 2/2/22. Okay, so in light of that, this has to come off the board. It doesn't pin life and death the way we, or I, suggested. However, it does pin life. And everything about the woman and the child, this is prophecy. Okay? So getting one thing patterned wrong, ultimately it's irrelevant, even though that would be really cool. But check this out. It's 299 days from 4/9 to 2/2/22 when the woman is done being purified. So what? Well, let's go to Leviticus 12. Somehow my microphone's not working today. Okay. So we began this, seeing this and how this ties in. If you haven't seen the last video, please go back and watch it. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a woman conceives seed and is born of a man-child, shall she be unclean 7 days, according to the days of her separation. For infirmity shall be unclean. And in the 8th day the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised. And she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 33 days. And she shall touch no hallowed thing, nor come into the sanctuary, until the days of her purification are fulfilled. That's why I don't think those days get cut short. Notice something I didn't catch, or maybe I did, I don't remember now. But she's born a man-child. Verse 2. She received seed and born a man-child, not a male child, a man-child, which is the same wording as in Revelation 12, if I forgot to point that out. By the way, another thing I forgot to point out is, well, let's finish this one first, sorry. So, 299 days from 4/9 to 2/2/22 life. Well, it's 299 verses to chapter 12 where we start covering this. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, That's interesting. So then, through the beginning of it where he's saying what he's going to say, okay, that's the beginning of what he's saying. Absolutely. Especially when you consider numerical communication. So, this 299 to bring us to this statement pins to 222. It's 299 days. From 4:9 to 222, 299 verses to begin what God is sething. Then we get to verse 4, and she shall continue in her blood of be purifying 3 days. That's the 304th verse. So that pins circumcision. So the little section pins the circumcision and the naming. The end of her purification, which is pinned by the beginning of the statements. Does that make sense? So we lose something, we gain something, but the overall exacting, mind-blowing message stays intact. A little point I'll close with that I forgot to make somehow, because we see that from 12:31, her purification ends 2:1:22. First day she's pure then is 2:2:22. Life, right? Okay, so we go to Luke 2:21, and when 8 days were accomplished for the circumcising of the child, his name was called Jesus, which was so named of the angel before he was conceived in the womb. Verse 22. And when the days of her purification according to the law of Moses were accomplished, well, let's see. They're accomplished first day clean is 2:22. Oh, so he puts it in 2:22, pinning the end of her purification. He is just really something else. Just so cool. Mr. Cool. The coolest of the cool. Glory to God. Glory to his Son. Blessings to you. Sorry for the error.